The world stands uneasy as seismic tremors ripple through the Pacific. Scientists from Monarch detect strange energy signatures deep beneath the ocean floor, unlike anything they've ever recorded. The readings suggest the hollow Earth is expanding, tearing through tectonic layers. Godzilla surfaces in Tokyo Bay, roaring in pain as radiation flares from his dorsal plates. Humanity fears that something within the Earth's core has awakened, something stronger than both Godzilla and Kong combined. Kong, now ruling the hollow Earth, senses the imbalance before anyone else. His peace among the ancient creatures is disrupted when vast caverns begin to collapse, revealing fiery chasms and glowing crystal veins. He follows the disturbance to its heart, a blinding red core pulsing with energy. As he approaches, a wave of molten light erupts outward, injuring him and awakening an ancient beast of cosmic fire known only as Supernova. Supernova's birth shakes the Earth. Its flames ignite hollow Earth jungles, and creatures flee in panic. Monarch's satellites capture glimpses of the creature's radiant form, part lava, part starlight. Dr. Ilene Andrews and Jia, Kong's human ally, fear that the balance of nature is unraveling. Meanwhile, Godzilla's behavior grows erratic. He attacks a nuclear plant, seemingly feeding on radiation to strengthen himself for what's coming. Monarch scrambles to establish communication with Kong through energy resonance waves. Jia senses Kong's fear and fury through their bond. The new creature isn't just a rival. It's an extinction-level threat. Godzilla moves inland toward the Pacific Trench, drawn by the same call. As he dives into the deep, the sea boils red. Cameras capture two glowing eyes emerging from below. Supernova is rising to the surface. A cataclysmic confrontation begins in the ocean. Supernova's heat turns water into vapor, creating massive storms. Godzilla strikes first, unleashing atomic breath, but Supernova absorbs it, glowing even brighter. The monster retaliates with a solar blast that sends Godzilla crashing into the depths. Monarch's command center watches in horror. For the first time, Godzilla retreats. Kong emerges from a hollow Earth fissure in Antarctica, roaring into the blizzard. He knows he must find Godzilla, not as an enemy but as an ally. Jia and her team follow him, traveling through a subterranean transport vessel into the upper crust of the hollow Earth. They discover murals depicting an ancient alliance between titans who once fought beings from the stars, a prophecy of balance through unity. Kong locates Godzilla in a vast underwater cavern, gravely wounded but alive. The two titans face each other with tension, remembering their last brutal battle. Kong extends his hand not in challenge but in truce. Godzilla hesitates, then lets out a low rumble of acceptance. The age-old rivalry is buried as a new war begins, one for the survival of their world. Supernova emerges through a volcano in the Pacific, triggering a chain of eruptions. Lava rivers flow across islands, and skies turn red with ash. Monarch orders a global evacuation of coastal regions as governments declare a planetary emergency. The creature absorbs sunlight during the day and burns even brighter at night, growing larger, hotter, unstoppable. To counter the threat, Monarch develops Project Helios, a plan to redirect energy from Earth's magnetic core to weaken Supernova's fusion state. But they need the Titans' help to channel the energy. Kong and Godzilla rise together in Hong Kong, their massive forms dwarfing the skyline. Humanity watches from underground bunkers as two legends prepare to fight side by side. Supernova lands in Hong Kong like a falling sun. Its arrival vaporizes buildings and melts steel. Kong charges in with his rebuilt battle axe, glowing with absorbed atomic energy from Godzilla's breath. The first strike shakes the city, but Supernova shrugs it off, unleashing a wave of fire that engulfs both titans. Still, they rise, burned, battered, but unbroken. The titans fight with relentless fury. Godzilla channels nuclear energy into Kong's axe, and Kong drives it into Supernova's chest. The explosion lights up the night sky, creating a blinding shockwave visible from space. For a moment, the creature falters, but then its core flares again, stronger, hotter, angrier. humanity realizes the monster is feeding on the very energy they unleash. Dr. Andrews and Jia race against time to activate Project Helios manually. They descend into the hollow Earth core using Monarch's last working craft. Deep within the burning tunnels, they find the ancient energy conduits, glowing veins that once balanced the planet's life force. They realize the only way to save Earth is to reverse the flow, channeling energy away from Supernova. As Monarch activates Helios, Godzilla and Kong lure Supernova toward a colossal fissure in the crust. The creature's body begins to destabilize, flames bursting from its cracks. Kong holds the line as Godzilla unleashes a continuous atomic blast, forcing Supernova into the fissure. The ground quakes, magma surges, and the world trembles as the three forces clash in a storm of fire and light. The explosion engulfs the Pacific, creating a temporary blackout across the globe. Silence follows. Days later, satellite scans reveal a massive crater where Supernova once stood. Godzilla emerges from the ocean, his glow dim but steady. Kong surfaces later, scarred yet standing, carrying a new weapon forged from Supernova's crystallized core, a symbol of triumph and sacrifice. In the aftermath, Monarch rebuilds. The world begins to understand that the Titans aren't destroyers, but guardians. Nature's balance in monstrous form. Jia becomes the first human ambassador between humanity and the Titans, communicating through vibrations and light. The hollow Earth begins to heal, glowing softly with renewed life. Months pass, and strange phenomena begin again. Auroras in tropical skies, molten meteors falling into the sea. Monarch detects faint energy traces resembling Supernova's core. Dr. Andrews warns the world, it wasn't destroyed, it evolved. Humanity braces for what's next as Godzilla turns his gaze to the stars. Kong returns to his kingdom beneath the earth, sitting upon a throne carved from ancient stone and molten crystal. He looks up toward a sunbeam breaking through the clouds, roaring one last time. Not in anger, but in warning. His scar glows faintly, pulsing like a heartbeat, echoing the rhythm of the world itself. Godzilla, now resting in the deep, closes his eyes as the ocean calms. But deep within the darkness, a pulse answers, faint, fiery, and alive. The cycle of creation and destruction continues, and the age of monsters is far from over. As Earth recovers, humanity begins to rebuild lost cities with the help of Titan-grown ecosystems. Enormous vines, spawned by hollow Earth energy, provide oxygen and structure to new megacities. Monarch studies these living cities, realizing that nature and civilization can coexist. Yet rumors spread of strange lights under the Pacific, the remnants of Supernova's energy reforming. In the hollow Earth, new creatures rise, hybrid beasts born from the fusion of molten core and ancient DNA. Some revere Kong as their protector, while others challenge his rule. He fights to maintain balance, realizing that Supernova's fall has awakened an entire generation of Titans, stronger and more unpredictable than before. Jia continues to work with Monarch, developing communication technology that allows limited exchanges with both Titans. During a test, they detect signals not from Earth, but from deep space, rhythmic pulses matching Supernova's energy pattern. The realization hits Monarch like a storm. Supernova was not born here. It was sent. Godzilla senses the coming storm before anyone else. He rises from the sea one night beneath a blood-red moon, roaring toward the heavens. The sound echoes across the globe, a warning. Monarch satellites pick up massive objects entering the solar system, each carrying the same radiant energy signature. The invasion has begun. The film ends as Kong stands upon a glowing ridge in hollow Earth, holding his weapon high, and Godzilla surfaces beneath storming skies. Both Titans look upward as the stars flare with fiery lights descending toward Earth. Humanity's last words, spoken by Jia, close the scene. They thought Supernova was the end, but it was only the beginning.